Finally, you can go completely paperless with E4473 digital storage, eliminating thousands of storage boxes and unsecured paper documents. It is so seamless, so easy you'll wonder how you ever lived without it. Check it out. If you are already familiar with our E4473 process, you can select the video below to move right into the digital storage video. A firearm sale starts by identifying your customer. Next, scan the inventory label barcode. If there are no other products or services to add to this order, select Next to tender out the transaction. The customer has $100 in cash and will put the remaining balance on a credit card. If you are looking for an integrated credit card solution that's firearm friendly, we've teamed up with Fortis for seamless transactions and end-of-day reporting. Now we will save the transaction and print the receipt. Bravo next moves us into the E4473 start screen, where our position in the workflow is displayed at the top of the window. If performing a private party transfer, select this button and enter the customer information prior to sending the E4473. We can send the digital 4473 to our customer by confirming the customer's phone number and texting them a link, or by printing the QR code for the customer to scan for kiosk mode. Now, in the customer's hands, we can save and suspend this transaction to free up the workstation. Now, let's look at the E4473 from your customer's perspective. Once logged in, the purchaser is shown all of the ATF notices, instructions, and definitions. To get started, click Next. Section A will detail the make and model, serial number, type, and caliber or gauge of the firearm the purchaser has selected to buy. Choosing Next will begin the form completion process. We developed E4473 to be a smart form. Notice when we entered a place of birth, the foreign country auto-completed with not applicable. Once the 4473 form questions have been completed, the purchaser will electronically sign the form and enter the date. Bravo will validate this. The date cannot be before or after the current date. Last, the purchaser will accept the electronic form, and then they are done. Back in Bravo, let's find the customer. This time, I will use the Last Customer button, then move into the transaction screen. On the left-hand side, we select the Pending Transactions option. Select the firearm in process. Next, Bravo brings us back into the E4473 screen, refreshing and validating the data. If any yes/no questions were improperly answered, or the purchaser's address or name does not match the address and name in Bravo, a warning message is displayed, giving the user the ability to resubmit the form for corrections. Now it is time to enter the purchaser's ID information. Select the type, issuing authority, identification number, and finally the expire date.
Selecting Accept
will move the transaction into the background check process. If the customer has a CCW, click here. Special situations, click here. Need to add a note or a special attachment? Click here. The View 4473 form will display a copy-paste version of the 4473 for a faster online form submission. In Bravo's next release, we're automating the NICS online form submission process for you. Next, we need to record the NICS response. If the purchaser was either denied or they choose to cancel the transaction, a refund button will appear. If delayed, record the transfer date here. If proceed, record the NICS transaction number, NICS transmit date, and NICS examiner name and number if desired, and then choose Next. Now it's time for the transferor's or the seller's signature for the E4473. Selecting Next, then Save wraps up this transaction and automatically stores the digital 4473 and any supplemental documentation to our secure encrypted cloud storage. Once the transaction has been signed and finalized by an employee, attachments cannot be deleted. However, they can still be added from the E4473 digital storage ad hoc, manage attachment screens, or corrected by printing out the electronic version, striking through, initialing, and re-uploading in void view transactions. That's it. Check out the comments for other videos like E4473 digital storage self-audit mode, how to set up an ATF auditor, and the E4473 digital storage ATF audit portal. Have a great day.